Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again, legging ahead to today's 5 game slate for Fanduel for January the 7th. Hopefully, you guys all did pretty good last night. As normal, if you do go on to like the video, leave a like. I definitely do appreciate it. And also hit that sub button as well if you guys are not subbed. Over 36% of you guys are not subbed, so, why not hit that sub button? We do NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos almost every single day for you guys, so yeah, why not come join us? So anyway, last night was pretty good. We thankfully somehow dodged like 3 or 4 bullets. It was an interesting one for sure, but we had a solid 349-2. Did not have Fox, did not have Derrick Rose, did not have Marquez Fultz. Thankfully, so anyway, we scored a pretty good, solid 349.2. We had Kobe White, Peyton, Zach LaVine, Sexton, Kawhi Leonard, Holiday, Sabonis, Collins, and Boogie. So overall, as you can see, really, really good one for us. One of our subs, as you see there, won $500. Another one here doubled up a little bit as well. So overall, like I said, first in mostly all the double ups, and came in pretty good spots in the tournament. Cash line was only 296 in most tournaments. So overall, not too bad. So basically, I was gonna go Fox before the Cousins news happened. That's where I was gonna go. But right when Wood was out, I went to Cousins. I went and got Kawhi Leonard in there. I get he didn't do that good last night, but this was when Paul George was still game time decision. And so I was like, all right, well, obviously, if Paul sits, Kawhi Leonard's going to be in a good spot. Obviously, Paul played, but I would rather take 30 points from Kawhi Leonard than take, 2 or 3 from Fox. So definitely will take that one for sure. As more, if you guys want to sign up, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. There's a link right there. Just click that and it will automatically take you guys to our page. Like I said, give us a follow while you guys are there, and then message us as well to get in for our month plan here for NBA main, and also we have our 150 as well for single game. Didn't get to play last night because the tournaments, there really wasn't any, unfortunately, last night for the late game. So yeah, definitely would love for you guys to come join us. Anyway, let's get into it here on this 5 gamer. First game we have is Philly and Brooklyn. So we'll kind of see, this is to me a questionable game because they have Philly by 1. This is early in the morning. That's telling me, in my opinion, that Joel Embiid probably going to sit in this one. If you guys were here with me last week when this same situation happened, Joel Embiid usually doesn't play on back-to-backs, even if it's early in the season. That's just how he is. And he played pretty big minutes last night and went off. He played 37 minutes, which is almost a season high. He missed it by 1 point. And he shot 20 times. He was literally everywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sat, and like I said, by Vegas, putting this only at a 1 spread, definitely could tell me that he is sitting. So obviously, if he's out, Howard could come into play. He's only going to play 20, 21 minutes. Tony Bradley could be half decent. Another guy that's not going to play a ton of minutes. But last time Joel Embiid did sit, he still had 21 points, only had 17 minutes. But Bradley could be worth a GPP flyer. And obviously Harris, Curry, and Ben Simmons, they all get a bump as well. Definitely Tobias is probably my favorite if Joel Embiid is out. Moving on to that Brooklyn side, what are they going to do tonight? Thankfully, this is the first game, so we'll kind of know the starting lineup. Their starting lineup last time out, as most of you guys know, was absolutely weird. They still won, but maybe it's matchup dependent because I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, we know Irving's going to start. He only had 50, but that was a blowout for the most part. I think this one against Philly could be a little bit closer. Philly did play a crazy fast-paced game against Washington, so maybe they're a little tired. But still, only played 30 minutes, had 50 points. Obviously, if you had 35 plus minutes here, he easily could get you 55 to 60. So, once again, Irving is in play. As I mentioned with Simmons, I like him. Shake Milton, another guy, maybe 23, 24 points. LeVert definitely is going to be popular for good reason. Had 36, had a 44% usage rate in 21 minutes. A little concerned about the 21 minutes, but still, he should be in a good spot. I don't really want to touch Brown or Prince or any of those guys just because I don't know the rotations. Pretty sure LeVert should still be coming off the bench. Joe Harris only played to me if he starts. He looked absolutely terrible when he did come off the bench. Like I said, not really into Prince here. Joel Embiid, as I mentioned, if he does play, you can give him a look, but I don't think he does. I did nail Jared Allen, though. Told you he was probably going to play a couple extra minutes here. And he got the start as well. He went off for 57. So if no Joel Embiid, easily got to put him in there for sure. So that's kind of what we're looking at here in this one. Moving on to Cleveland and Memphis, we have a 2-9 in Memphis by 5. So once again, a back-to-back here for Cleveland. Let me go look at them. They've played a little bit closer against Orlando, but as you see, they really haven't hit over 100 points, literally in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. So their offense has been absolute trash. Sexton's still out there shooting the ball, but he doesn't do anything else. So that's the big thing with him. Always in play, but if his shooting is not on, you're kind of screwed. I don't mind Memphis in this one. It is a small total, but Cleveland's defense ain't that great, in my opinion. So Jones maybe 28 to 29. Brooks could get you 28 to 30. Anderson, he's been slumping quite a bit, but another guy that maybe turns it around here. He did play the Lakers for 2 straight games, and they're a pretty good defense. But as you see, whenever he plays a bad team, he definitely steps it up. So he could be worth a look. As long as Chetty starts, don't mind him. He shot 1 for 12 and still was pretty solid last night. I don't mind a little bit of Clark. JaVale McGee, maybe, but man, he's 4,700, but there's not a ton of value out here tonight. So that's the only bad thing there. I guess worth a look at a GPP flyer, but I do like Clark. Drummond and Val, maybe one of these guys goes off. They've both been absolute trash. So maybe one of them goes off. If you think Memphis is going to blow out Cleveland, Gorgie Dane could get you maybe 22 to 23 points, but he's not that cheap either at 4,600, but pretty good usage rate in the minutes he's given. Dallas and Denver, I think, should be on paper one of the better, closer matchups on the slate. So Michael Porter is going to be back for Denver. I still don't mind Murray. He should be fine. Just had a really bad one last time out against Minnesota. Don't know what happened. Only shot for 3 for 7. So definitely not normal for him. Definitely should get back at it tonight. So I do like Murray still, 7,600. Easily could hit that. Luka's definitely in play. Josh Richardson, what's he got? He's been absolute trash. Not really into him. Small forward Michael Porter should be back. We'll have to see how many minutes he gets. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if he's on a minute restriction for about 24 to 25 minutes. I still like Will Barton off the bench. We'll have to see. I mean, I think they should start Michael Porter here, but we'll have to see. But either way, Will Barton's still worth a look at 6K. JaMychal Green, unfortunately, I think his value run comes to an end here with Michael Porter coming back. Not really in the Paul Millsap there, and obviously love Jokic quite a bit. 11-3, but like I said, the studs on this slate aren't that great. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And if for some reason Willie Cauley-Stein starts, I'll put him in there, but it is a later game, so I don't think we're going to get this one at all. So, but yeah, maybe they just gave Powell a little bit of a rest, but Willie did okay starting. So maybe if you guys are paying attention, and he starts, maybe plug him in there, but don't really want to take a chance if we don't have any word. San Antonio and LA, seems like these guys literally play every single day. They just played literally last week. Once again, Murray in play at 72. This game obviously is a big question mark. We have a 5 spread, so one of these, in my opinion, one of these big guys is going to play. So LeBron and Davis are both questionable. My guess would be James plays and Davis sits. If that's the case, obviously Kyle Kuzma comes back into play since he will start. And Kuzma plays a lot better without Anthony Davis for obvious reasons. He's been trash, but 4,100, got to take a shot with him if one of these guys are out. Would rather AD being out than LeBron for Kuzma, but still don't mind it. Like I said, he'll be very cashy. Montrezl Harrell gets a little bit of a boost, maybe. Another guy that just been all over the place, so maybe take a shot with him. I don't like playing this guy at all, but last time without AD, I think he had, 41 fantasy points or something like that. So maybe look at him. I think that was without AD. Let me go look just to make sure. The Minnesota, so it was the Minnesota game. He went off. Don't expect him to do that. He's only going to play about 18 to 20, but against San Antonio, maybe get you 20 or 21 fantasy points here. So Gasol is worth a look. His usage rate is so bad though, But that's if you just totally want to punt. But like I said, you got Jokic on the slate, so you probably don't really want to go that way at all. Moving on to Minnesota in Portland. Oh yeah, we got Keldon Johnson and DeJounte Murray and DeRozan over there for San Antonio. Minnesota in Portland, 223 in Portland by 10. So Lillard's kind of taking a back seat. I thought he would step it up, but he's not doing it. Don't know what's going on with him. He's worth a look, but definitely would rather have Kyrie Irving. I'm not going to touch Rubio with a 78-foot pole. We got McCollum here, 9K, expensive, but should get you 40, 45. Blowout concerns, the big one. I think most people, and I probably will as well, go down to D'Angelo Russell. Obviously GPP, but not too afraid of Portland's defense. Only thing I'm worried about is a blowout. Malik Beasley, good for about 25 to 30. Gary Trent, I know I've been talking about him last couple days, and he's been absolute trash, but like I said, this guy's a shooter. Still had a 26% usage rate. Minutes were down because that was a close game. But like I said, if it's a blowout, maybe he gets you 25 minutes here. But that's the big thing with him. Jared Vanderbilt randomly played. That's because Nas Reed was in foul trouble. So maybe they put Vanderbilt in the rotation. But like I said, this is such a late game that I don't really want to take a shot with that. Derrick Jones is always worth a look. At 3,900, he might get you 19 to 20, but always has that risk factor to score like 3 on you. Covington, I like him. Hernan Gomez should be relatively popular. Maybe 20, 22 for him tonight. Who knows? He could pop off. And then you got Nurk at 6,200. Had a good one, but still minutes aren't really there for him. Had 28 in a competitive game. I don't know if this one stays competitive. So Enes Kanter could come into play here. Another wild card play, but it's definitely a boom or bust kind of a dude right here. Usually in blowouts, this guy plays half decent minutes and plays relatively well. So that's kind of what we got going on. Let's go see if I can kind of make a lineup. Like I said, that San Antonio game, that's the big one to really worry about there. So I'm going to go and say one of these guys is going to be out, all right? This is obviously early in the morning. If they both play, obviously Kuzma does not play. But as of now, I'm going to say one of the big boys is out, and I'm going to go Kyle Kuzma. Moving over here to point guard. I don't know if I can get him in here in this lineup because there's not a ton of value right now, but I would love to get Irving in there. Jamal Murray, as I mentioned, he's in a good spot. Monte Morris or Shake Milton. I don't really love these guys, but they're both worth a look. Brunson maybe worth a look with Trey Burke being out. Burke doesn't really play a ton of minutes anyway, but maybe that helps out Brunson. I just don't like Brunson though. Shooting guard, DeRozan, McCollum. Out of these guys, probably would go Russell. Definitely a little bit risky, but I like him. And then obviously you got LeVert. And then you got Sexton, Malik Beasley. If LeBron or AD is out, Dennis Schroeder could get a bump. Seth Curry if Joel Embiid is out. And that's kind of what we're looking at there. Small forwards. See how much money I got for you. 57, not a ton. Probably have to go Chetty here. He shot 1 for 12, but still worth a look. If Harris starts, got to look at him. If you want just to get a little bit cheaper, you go Derrick Jones Jr. if you want to save a lot of money, which probably going to be kind of smart on this slate. Obviously, if LeBron plays, he's worth a look as well. If AD is out, gets a little bit of a bump. Do like Brandon Clark at 5,100. Covington, worth a look as well. Hernan, Kyle Kuzma, as I mentioned. So you got 6,000, and obviously put in Jokic. So like I said, if you don't want to go Chatty, you can go Derrick Jones to save some money. Obviously, Osman has way more upside. But if Derrick Jones helps you get in one more big-ish star, definitely have at it. Like I said, watch that Joel Embiid news. I don't really want to go down to Howard. You got Jokic there, so don't really need to go down there. But like I said, if Embiid's out, that definitely helps out Tobias Harris the most. And then a little bit of Seth Curry as well, and then obviously followed by Ben Simmons. So got to have a little bit of Tobias. He's always a lot better without Joel Embiid in the lineup. So that's what we got going on. Like I said, stay up on the news. Locks 30 minutes later than normal, so keep that in mind. But the only bad thing, though, is like the news that we kind of need to know about is the late game, unfortunately. So there's that. Like I said, watch that Brooklyn starting lineup as well, and like I said, the Joel Embiid news as well. So that's mostly it. As normal, if you do go on to like the video, leave a like. I appreciate it quite a bit. And also hit that sub button as well. We will be doing NBA FanDuel lineup advice videos almost every single day. And like I said, it was a solid night last night for us. If you guys want to come join us, all you need to do is hit us up on our Twitter. That will be in the comments section below. Like I said, you can sign up for the month. Like I said, all you need to do is hit that link right there and message us on Twitter. And like I said, give us a follow while you guys are there. That is greatly appreciated. So, all right, guys, that is it. Hopefully, we have a good one tonight. Interesting one for sure. Not as crazy as last night, but we'll see. Like I said, injury news is definitely key tonight. All right, guys, we will talk to you guys on Friday.